in the country of Senegal, West Africa, where my wife and I have been privileged to work and to raise our 3 children. The Wolof people have a proverb that says, "Bulunga koi ham, hamadi dina lure," meaning, before you know it, ignorance will kill you. Sadly, most people around the world today live and die ignorant of the main story and message of the best story ever told, the story found in the world's bestseller, the Bible. Even people that read around in the Bible often fail to grasp its message. Why is that? Could it be because so many read the Bible like they read no other book? If you read a storybook to a child, do you just skip around and read a page here and there? No, you read it sequentially. You start at the beginning and go through it chronologically. On the day that the Messiah rose from the dead, he met with a couple confused disciples. They didn't understand why it was necessary for the Messiah to suffer and to shed his blood and to die. And so he took them back to the beginning of the story. The scripture says, Luke 24:27, "And beginning with Moses," Genesis, Exodus, and so on, "and all the prophets, he explained to them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself." And the result was that they understood the message for themselves. We've been privileged to produce a number of resources over the years that uses this same chronological approach. We have a radio series called The Way of Righteousness, 100 15-minute radio programs, today being broadcast in about 100 languages. We have a book called One God, One Message, designed to help skeptics over their obstacles and into a clear understanding of the story and message of the prophets. We have a little booklet called Your Story, like all our resources, available in many languages using that same chronological approach. And finally, we have our newest product, King of Glory, the story and message of the Bible distilled into 70 scenes. Our artist, Arminda San Martin, has done a wonderful job of painting the pictures in a biblical way. You won't find a giraffe sticking its head out of some cute little Noah's Ark. You won't see any wise men gathered at the stable. Jesus' face doesn't just glow on the Mount of Transfiguration, but it shines like the sun, even as the Scripture describes it. You won't see any blonde-haired, blue-eyed prophets, because they all came from the Middle East. In fact, we don't even clearly show the faces of the prophets. We leave room for the imagination. This is a book for all ages. I took a cue in writing it from Disney-Pixar. If you look at some of their movies, you'll see that there are elements that go over the heads of a little child, and yet it's for all ages. So it is with King of Glory. The text is profound, yet so plain, and even a child can grow up into the knowledge of it. For a generation today that prefers movies over reading books, this book has no table of contents. It does have scene selection. It has no preface. It has behind the scenes. It doesn't even have chapters. It has scenes, 1 to 70. And when you come to the back, you don't find an appendix, but you do find some bonus features. And in fact, we have begun to produce a Ken Burns Effect video from this book, which should be out in 2013. Even the binding is special on this book. It's a new technology called pure glue binding. Withstands up to 200 degrees temperature, and it's the kind of thing you can bend all the way back, and as you tell the story to the child or the group, they see the picture and you read the text. And finally, even the list price is special, $9.95. This is a super quality book, embossed title and all. We could have asked twice as much for this book at Rock International, but the price was intentionally set very low, so you can buy it in quantity and everybody essentially gets a huge discount. Best of all, the book introduces you to the King of Glory.